The Office of National Drug Control Policy, or the ONDCP, is charged with guiding the big picture strategy for addressing illicit drug problems here in this country and the consequences thereof. I think we can all agree that this is a problem that merits meaningful solutions. And over the years, we as a nation have tried a variety of approaches to address the illicit drug problem. From its launch in 1988 to the last reauthorization in 2006, and still today, the ONDCP has been intimately involved in the spectrum of drug control efforts. Today's hearing will take a look at the ONDCP, particularly since its last reauthorization, which expired at the end of fiscal year 2010. There are important questions for consideration. One, has the ONDCP evolved into match the evolution in our nation's drug control strategies? Two, what is the value of this office, and is it correctly placed and appropriately resourced to fulfill those functions? And earlier this year, the agency actually sent a letter to Chairman Chaffetz and Ranking Members Cummings and their counterparts in the Senate. And the letter included a proposed language for reauthorization of the ONDCP, and today's hearing will focus also and discuss that proposal. We will also hear testimony from the Director of National Drug Control Policy, Mr. Bocelli, who will speak knowledgeably to the work that is being done there, as well as the proposed authorization language. And as we look at this proposed changes to the authorization of the high-intensity drug trafficking areas program, referred to as the HIDTA program. Now, the HIDTA program has been a leader in bringing together local, state, national, and tribal law enforcement entities to reduce the supply of illegal drugs by targeting and disrupting drug trafficking organizations. I might note that in that particular area, we are very familiar with that with local law enforcement in western North Carolina, as we have one of those areas that has that cooperation. The ONDCP changes would allow for the use of the HIDTA funds for engaging in prevention and treatment efforts. Previously, only limited HIDTA funds would be used for prevention efforts, and no funds were permitted for treatment. So in response to this proposal, the National HIDTA Directors Association wrote to members of the Oversight Committee suggesting a compromise that would allow for the use of funds for prevention and treatment, but with a cap. I imagine that the Congressional Liaison for the National HIDTA Directors Association, Mr. Kelly, will be able to provide further explanation on that letter and the proposed language. And so we look forward to hearing from you and all the witnesses today. And I would now recognize Mr. Conley, the ranking member of the Subcommittee on Government Operations, for his opening statement.
Thank you, Mr.